Daniel, I would like to break down your speech under two broad headings. First, the content of your speech, and next, the manner. So let's start with the content. You started your speech with a question. What's the most important research resource in modern times? And somebody answered data. That was a great segue, and you continued and tried to explain to us what master data meant. And I understood everything until then. Then the speech and your presentation got highly technical, which is not bad because I presume you're going to be presenting in front of an audience that understands these terms. But what I'd love to have seen were anecdotes in your speech. They say if one person dies, it's a tragedy. If 1 million people die, it's a statistic. That's because the way our brain interprets a single personal story is completely different from how we understand abstract things in statistics. So I would have loved to see some anecdote about some situation where data was mismanaged, or there was a funny situation where somebody did something and then you were able to save the day. I think that would have left the audience with something to remember once they got out of your presentation. Now let's quickly move on to the manner of your presentation. I really liked that you were very loud. I was sitting right at the back and I could hear every word that you said clearly. And I also felt that you were way more comfortable on stage. You didn't turn around, which I guess you got feedback for last time around. And also I felt that you had real mastery over your subject. But having mastery is one thing, conveying that mastery onto another person is another thing completely. And when it comes to your slides, I have two important things that I would definitely give you as advice. One, simplify them massively and animate your slides. People are not going to look or listen to you and read the slide at the same time. They're going to do one or the other. So make sure you present only one idea per slide. Slides are free. You can use as many as you want. Make sure the only idea or the only bit of information that's on the slide is what you're currently speaking. I saw a slide in which you were speaking on situation number 1. There was 4 other situations and risks and costs all on there. And I was reading something else. And I completely lost what you were speaking about. So make sure you animate them so that you can click and make sure only what you're saying is there so that people pay attention to you. Apart from this, I think that there's a lot of technical stuff that I have no qualification to comment on, but with these things, I think your speech can really pack a punch and make a lasting impression. Thank you.